Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, E-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. Where I do what I do for you. I got a nice lesson for you today. We're going to go into the realm of light. Just a little heads up. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right Thinkers mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? So I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, especially asleep, I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and always. To my yacht, be true. I showed you this picture in the last lesson, but just where we are now. It's titled Right Think. Let's talk about the realm of light. I'm gonna break down this picture. You see the first dot. We start out. Creation started right here. This is creation. All right. Let's talk about what they call the realm of light. It's called Neteru. That's God inside. Is God and goddess aspects of Himself. So let's talk about that. I hope I can get it clear for you when I get done. You should understand. First thing we're gonna know is we call God Nabercha or Amen, Amun, the hidden one. That's the spirit that's hidden inside man, so it fits. You see the sun rays is beaming down 7 rays. Whenever you see the sun giving off light, it's gonna be 7 rays. That's the colors of the rainbow. Okay, the spectrum. Another lesson, but that's what that represents. Everything was symbolic to them. They had what they call non-duality. I just told you the conclusion for the last lesson. Every religious philosophy, every philosophical concept, all have one thing in common. They want to get you to the one God. That's the oneness. Everybody wants to get back there because we come from there conceptually, and it makes sense. Remember, you don't have to agree with me, but if it makes sense, you got to, okay, I might not like it, agree with it, but it makes sense. Moving on. That's what's important. And the one becomes many. He tell you that. I became three, then I multiplied, I became millions. And when they die, I don't lose nothing. And as they come into life, I don't add nothing. That's God. That's the concept. And he became many in appearance of what? Duality. From the time that he came into existence, he made everything pairs. Okay? Starting with my girl, Maya. That's what she represents. You have heaven, which is the subtler realm of light. That's where we go when we go meet our maker. That's where he resides. The story goes when Ra got tired of living on earth around the people, he got a little annoyed. So he said, I'm going up there, and all those who can get to me will come there. That's how you can get to me. Hence, that's how they got the concept of heaven. All right. But it's the subtler realm, meaning very light. It ain't no physical realm. We got 3 realms. I'm gonna break that down for you too. Next one we call the duat. Now in the heavenly realm, the subtle realm, you have Amen, Ra, Ptah. That's the beyond time and space gods. He calls himself hidden, seen, and manifest. You got Amenet, which is Atum's other half, Ra with Rai or Rat, which is Ra's other half, female. And you got Ta with Sekhmet, that's his female half. That's the Memphite concept. I think that's what we're going to deal with from the Shabaka stone. But these are the gods that represent certain places, all right? Certain aspects of the one God. Sorry about that. And then you come down to the man in spirit form. The first five elements, air, moist air, earth, heaven, and the sun. Those are five elements. That's the next level. Coming down, number 6, Asar. Set, Anubis, and Nephthah. Those are the 5 children, or the 4 children, but Anubis is the offspring between Asar and Nephthah, meaning spirit and nature come together. That creates discernment. Another lesson, but that's what that's about. That's the duat. The physical world, you got this God called Happy. He's the God of the Nile. Okay, he's the one that takes care of the Nile flow. Apep, or Apophis, the serpent that fights Ra on a regular basis. Okay, then you got Geb, the earth in Anuian theology. The earth was Geb, it was the male, and Amet, the devourer. She's the female. At Judgment Day, when you fail the Mayat test, Amet gets to eat your consciousness, because that's what you lose. Your physical body and your consciousness goes. Your spirit goes somewhere. If it don't go that way, it's going to another body. That's the concept. All right, let's get into this lesson. In the earth, which is the physical realm, where we live at, that's when the body is temporary. It's going to run out. What happens after that? The body goes into earth, turns back to mineral, go back to nature. The spirit, if enlightened, go home. If not, find another body and do it all over again. That's the concept. But the realm of light is where the body stays, but where the conscious and the spirit goes to what? Reside and rest. The realm of light. Remember, he said what? Let there be Ra. Represents light. So we are spiritual light beings. Why? Because fire energy represents light. So let's talk about it right quick. Tired of talking. Let's do some reading. Get the class going. Now, in the pre-dynastic times before 5,500 BCE, Egyptian doctrine, we were doing this a long time, held that there is a realm of light where beyond our physical universe, see me pointing up there, where food, clothing, and our bodies are of what? Light, spirit. That's the astral plane, where the nervous system inside the body is the astral body. The spiritual body is the casual place. That's where nothing gets done. It's just chill time. Urantif. And further, what? That we will exist, how long? For all eternity. As beings of what? Light. When the physical body is gone, what's inside the body is light. Spirit is light, energy, along with what? Other light beings. You won't be by yourself. Nah, don't worry about that. You got to have company. Okay? Other beings of light. This realm of light may be likened, watch this, to what? The modern esoteric notion of what? An astral plane, or the even subtler casual plane of what? Existence, where only spirits go. And if your spirit has a conscious connected with it, meaning it's enlightened, it knows who it is. And the physical realm, which we live in now, Earth, is just a reflection or the shadow of this astral reality. The spirit that's inside us got to deal with the physical realm that it's in right now. And when it leaves the physical realm, it goes to what? The astral and the casual, conceptually. Now, in dynamic times, the doctrine of the realm of light and of a single one God, 5,500 BC, we knew it was one God. So you come around, Moses made, no, he didn't. Moving on. Don't get caught up in that. Get back to the lesson. Sorry. But they always knew about a single God who what? Whom creation is composed and survived in what? The earliest religious text. Everybody had the concept in chapter 64 of the what? The Egyptian book of coming forth by day. God is referred to as what? The one who sees his own light. And Atum in the western horizon, and you have Haru in the eastern horizon. Hence, you have the Lord of what? Two faces. Sunrise in the east, sets in the west. It's Haru in the east, Atum when he's going in the west. End of the day, he's going down. That's what it is. Beginning and the end. And who is what? In reality, only one. Is very much similar to what? You had the Chinese, they got the Tao, which is the way, the singularity, which is composed of what? Two opposites, complementary forces, yin and yang. We know it, male and female, same thing. Okay, we've been through that already. Now, the main observable difference between the pre-dynastic and the post-dynastic philosophy of Egypt is what? That there were fewer deities in the pre-dynastic time. Simple to understand. But like other religious philosophies that developed again later, this period did not include a complex system of gods. They made it real simple in the beginning. Cosmogony, or the rituals. Now, in this respect, Egypt, the pre-dynastic philosophy is the most similar to what? The simpler forms of Buddhism, Taoism, which what? They do not incorporate the idea of gods, deities. Okay, they was more in the philosophical concept, and the individuals who purifies him or her thought process in the teachings is considered to be what? The only deity. You become your God. That's how they viewed it. That's their philosophy. I understand it. Why I studied it. And it makes sense. Again, everybody got their way to get to God. Ain't no one set way. Pyramid. 8 sides. Oh, it's 4. Ignorance. See, again, I say 8, meaning I know what I'm saying. I know what come out my mouth. It's concave. Every side got 2 sides to it. Hence 8. If you count the bottom, some will say 9. But that's just an understanding of things that you know about, not what you heard, what somebody told you. You can get the facts for yourself. Information I give is readily for anybody to get it. I don't go get no secrets. I ain't going somewhere and go, no, I can't. I don't have access to the Vatican. I can't get hidden knowledge. I just give you what I got. That's all what I use. Ain't no big deal. Moving on. Ain't a big secret. But just before what? The beginning of the first dynasty, which back in 5000 BCE, you had the followers of Egyptian philosophy began to what? Represent the divine forces of God, which operate through nature, and they even use zoomorphic form, meaning the gift of the animal. They use that gift to show in man we can incorporate the same qualities. That's why our spirit is in the hawk and the falcon. Why? Because if you know the characteristics of the falcon and the hawk, that's what tell you why. Now, all at the beginning of the first dynasty and afterwards until the end of what? The Egyptian civilization, when circa 600 ACE, they shut everything representing Egypt out of Egypt down. So the knowledge wasn't hidden. It just went to the pyramid seekers. It just waited to somebody else to come what? And bring it back to life. Okay, I'm bringing back what we used to do, and it's still working for me fine. So that's why I do what I do and give it to you. The followers, what's this, of the Egyptian religion, which had used gods from the pre-dynastic times, represented as animal, aka zoomorphic forms, developed and incorporated new myths, new stories, using what? Anthropomorphic forms. That's why you see Haru with the falcon head, Ra, the falcon head, Asar, the falcon head, nobody else. Okay, it was held in high esteem. Why? You don't think about the peregrine falcon? That's a bad bird. Okay, Google it, and you know why. That's your spirit. Okay, when you know who you are, that's your spirit on steroids. Okay, you be amped up. One of the most popular doctrines was what? That of Osiris. Osiris. I say Osiris because that's his real name. The Greeks called him Osiris. Osiris and Isis and Horus. I hate that. But these gods were mentioned in pre-dynastic times. But however, the additional myths, meaning new stories, were added to them, such as the Osirian resurrection, resulted in an increased popularity and gave the local priests the opportunity to what? To add to the teachings handed down previously and to cope with what? The new political and social changes throughout Egypt, changing with the time, so to speak. Okay, that's the concept. Things going to change. Not always for the better, but it's going to change. Okay, understand that. When you don't change with the times, you're a dinosaur. Yeah, old school, whatever you call. I like to do practicality. If it works, that's what I want. I don't need the bells and whistles. I need the new. No, I just want to know, do it work? My philosophy, I know works. I could care less about new, old. Give me what works. That's why I do what I do, and I give it to you. Why? I know it works. I use it. One of the most doctrines, okay, the most popular doctrines was that of Asar, okay, throughout Egypt. Now, in respect, wait a minute, sorry about that. Osiris, Isis, and Horus. I hate that. And these were the gods mentioned in the pre-Dine at the time because the Osirian resurrection resulted in the increased popularity. I did that. Excuse me. Okay. Now, in some respects, however, the changes, okay, represented a downfall. Again, change ain't always good. I was trying to prepare you for that. I went off script. But yeah, change is going to happen. It's always for the better. Understand that. So, from the original teachings, for example, the realm of light, we don't want to deal with that. Mentioned above came to be known as the land of Osiris, the dead. Okay, graveyard, cemetery, the west. When you die, we call it western. That means what? When the sun goes to the west, it dies. So when a human dies, they bury you in the west. That's called western, the beautiful west. Okay, the west where what? After death, your soul will go to work in the fields for Osiris. They had a concept that you go to work in the afterlife. Everything continues on. You just be in a spiritual aspect concept. You leave your body here, you go to another outlet, pick a new body, all that good stuff conceptually. But you go to work in the fields of Osiris for how long? Eternity. I just watched and they got a prison in Russia. They ain't no joke. Called the Black Dolphin. Okay? When you go in there, you ain't coming out alive. Boy. Think about that. And if you start having criminals who think, I can go kill somebody and do a few things, they're just going to lock me up and I can live 3 hots in the cot. No, you don't want that. You go in there, your life is going to end in there. That's death. Ooh, that was strong. And it should be, what it is what? A deterrent. If you get here, we don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Because everything you did don't make a difference. We're going to take care of all of that. Oh, you only get TV privileges after 10 years. You get a half hour. So no, that's prison. That make a person think twice before he doing some of that dumb stuff. Moving on. That's just my philosophy. I just had to bring that up. So, and understand, the West went after the body died, he went to work for Osiris. Okay. But this tasteful prospect, it caused some to what? Fashion dolls. They call them shanties. Okay. Fake dolls, but they're gonna go out and do the work. Okay, they was faking Osiris out. Whose spirit would what? Who would go do the work for them. Some of these new doctrines, all right, and erroneous, wrong practices, no doubt created what? New opportunities for what? Unscrupulous. Now you got corruption. Now you got deceit, even in the afterlife. What's this? You got unscrupulous priests and others with some degree of what? Spiritual knowledge. In fact, written evidence shows that over the last 5,000 years of Egyptian history, it ain't ours. It's been documented. The amount of spiritual leaders, watch this, priests and priestesses who governed the country was what? Reduced as what? Military and political leaders. Now, we no longer living in harmony. We now got to start going to war. We got to fracture. We learn how to fight, protect ourselves, defend ourselves against invasion. So everything started to change. And they became military and political leaders assumed to command what? To defend their country. It must be understood that in the earlier times, Egypt was managed by spiritual leaders, not military. That's what he's showing you. They just showed you. And what happened? It was managed by spiritual leaders who were what? Instructed in the temples, universities, thus attaining a balance of spiritual, intellectual, and physical maturity. We wasn't preparing for war, but our brothers in Ethiopia, they stayed on guard for that. That's why they was never taken over. We, on the other hand, didn't see that in the future, but we knew that we were going to be taken over and taken away. We foresaw that. We foresaw that. And the political and military leaders, they what? They lacked spiritual balance. No mayat. And what happened? This coupled with what? The changing characters and composition of Egyptian society. They started to change for the better, not but excuse me, for the worse, which what occurred as a result of again intermingling with the enemy, with other societies, and the Asian invasions, here they come, created a situation of what? Gradual decline. Oh, how did they lose all this stuff? Bring it to you right here. I ain't got the answer for them. Everything that I got, I learned it, and I can give it to you the way I did. Read it, understand it, and use it. The gradual decline of the mental, again, and spiritual health. That sound like right now, don't it? We ain't nowhere near the glory days of Egypt. We in the hard times of Egypt. Moving on. And you have spiritual health as the what? The masses and lay government official. We are run by the powers that be. Oh, we can make change. We can, yeah, they give the concept of that. But we as a people, since we've been here, we haven't done the one thing that would change our dynamic. Unite. Get enlightened. Moving on. However, wrapping up this to end, I'm taking it home. However, the mystical implications of the principles of the Osirian resurrection and the mythology surrounding the various gods of the Egyptian pantheons are still what? In accord with the pre-dynastic teachers, meaning I'm still giving you what we knew and you can use it to this day and prosper, because I do on a day-to-day basis. Hope you enjoyed the lesson, The Realm of Light. Try to break it down for you. Hope you got understanding. Oh, I'm not done. I'll be back. I got more for you. You know the deal. We moving right along. So, in closing, right thinkers, may y'all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers have passed away.